Chapter 13. Agony. The Sparanids are faster than Dante prepared for. He is not even that far up the mountain by the time the Ultra Beast reaches its base. They move with a ferocious bloodlust, all charging for Dante. The polychorics seem to circle closer to where he is. There must be some connection between them. They come from the portals they open, and those damned gatekeepers seem to have some way of commanding them, Dante thinks as he takes the stone-carved steps two at a time. He can almost feel the giant two-pupiled eyes staring down at him. If I could blind those damn things, I could perhaps slow those bugs down a bit. Before he can even think of the larger issue at hand, he needs to find a way to outrun the Sparanids before they rip him apart the same way they did his team that entered Ultraspace with him. Dante passes through an archway and another follows about 20 steps up. An idea comes to him, but it may be risky. Another two archway and he looks back at the swarm. They are almost on his heels now and he has to act fast. At the next archway he stops and leans against one of the pillars facing the mass of Sparanids. They charge with blades, slashing and terrible chitters. Just as the swarm would consume Dante, he dives up the stairs and the swarm crashes into the pillar. The loose ground beneath the supports give way and the arch crashes down onto the Sparanids, crushing many. The large stone blocks slide down, crushing even more, and giving Dante some breathing room between him and death. The burning in his calf muscles scream at him, begging him to stop and rest, but if Dante even gives in for more than a moment, he knows the Ultra Beast would be on him. The staircase rounds around the mountain and continues upward to what looks like a ruined temple. I have to find a way to fight off this damn swarm. There is no way I can make it up this mountain. Dante looks around for some form of miracle, and almost on cue, Lucius appears at the stairways ahead. He points to the ruins and vanishes again. Everything within Dante is screaming not to follow him, but he has been honest this whole time. He grits his teeth and throws caution to the wind. Dante dashes into the ruins and finds Lucius amongst them. "You going to be my Deus Ex Machina, or are you just trying to get me killed?" Dante questions. Lucius smiles widely. "I guess I am your god for machines, then." He takes a step into the heart of the ruins, and Dante follows. "So what happened to abandoning me?" "Oh, Dante, my boy, if you are killed today, I'd rather not have it be by those bugs." He points down to a long decomposed body, a skeleton that is not human. "A fallen warrior from a time before man. It came here to kill and never made it home," Lucius says in an exaggerated sorrow. "A Varian?" Lucius shrugs. "What it is doesn't matter now. His weapon, though, still by his side after all this time. Now that matters." Lucius vanishes again, leaving Dante to decide the rest for himself. He looks down and reaches for the strange weapon from another age. It is unlike any form of human weapon, and it's shockingly preserved to the point it activates when Dante takes hold of the grip. From his understanding, the Varian weapon resembles a rifle and is shouldered as such, but the barrel is more cannon-like. The weapon hums with energy, and Dante sees it as his only resort now. Even after a millennia, the Varian technology works, but that is no surprise to Dante. Varian craftsmanship was designed to last forever. Leaving the ruins, Dante can see the swarm coming faster now, having regrouped. It is even possible more have joined them. He stands on the stairs and aims the weapon down at the oncoming Sparanids. He pulls what he assumes is the trigger, and a spike juts out of the weapon's stock and pierces Dante's shoulder. He screams out in pain, but the weapon seems to hum more vigorously, so he holds the trigger down. The spike in his body seems to act as a conduit, drawing in energy from all around, and it forms that energy into a powerful beam that bursts out the barrel. The beam travels faster than a bullet, and it hits its target with a devastating explosion. Only ash remains of the Sparanid swarm. Once Dante releases the trigger, the spike returns to the weapon. Blood gushes from the hole in his body, but there is no time to treat it. The swarm may be dead, but there are still two polychorics circling high above. All it takes is one wormhole for a swarm to appear. He holds the weapon close to him as he continues to ascend the steps. The terrible sound of the gatekeepers thunder as he climbs higher up the mountain. "You are nearing the book, Dante," Lucius says as he appears next to him. "Though you may bleed out before you even reach it. All I need to do is get the book, and all will be right." The exhaustion in Dante's voice is evident. The climb, the gushing wound, and the lack of sleep is pulling on him. Lucius only smiles as he fades off to someplace else. Dante could swear he heard him say farewell, but with how fragile his mind currently is, he is starting to question if Lucius was even here at all. The stairs up the mountain curve once more and open to enormous pillars much similar to the ruins on top of Mount Coronet. The temple complex here, though, is in perfect condition. Pillars line the temple much like an acropolis, though there is no roof above. The polychlorics are even closer now and circle the temple. Dante notices he is not alone. On the far side of the temple, sitting in a throne that stretches as high as the pillars, is a strange feminine creature. Her piercing red eyes lock onto Dante as she stands. She towers over him, standing a daunting 15 feet. Her slender, pointed feet stab into the ground as she slowly moves towards Dante. She looks to be a blend of Pokemon and human. Dante can't shake the feeling that this creature resembles Arceus. Even on her back, she has 2 arced spikes that resemble Arceus' body ring, though these spikes are silver and the gems are blue. In her clawed hand, Dante can see the dominating paradigm.
And so, the bookkeeper has come to claim what is his. Oh, Dante Lark, you have only come to die.